It's Conor here in Washington. Got the White House here behind me this week on a week-long leadership academy. And leadership, I think the most important part of leadership is making sure that things can continue on after you have gone. A good leader builds a good team when they're there, but the great leader is thinking about how the institution will continue beyond you. It's Conor here in Washington, and been on a trip through Uruguay, New York, and now arrived in Washington. Always inspiring to come here to see the monuments and remember the values of the people that have built this country. And that, a couple of generations ago, they built this country out of nothing. And the founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, they built institutions that can withstand the individuals that come. I think the question is, this country was built by people who could see far into the future, 200-300 years into the future. They planted seeds with the Constitution, with the institutions they put in place that would last far longer than them. What seeds are we planting that will last beyond our lifetime? What are we doing to make sure the things that we are building will last beyond our presence? A friend of mine, George, told me the greatest responsibility of a leader is to make sure that what you build can live beyond you. Make sure that your presence, while it's here, makes a difference, but that you're making sure to build the people and build the institutions that when you're gone, it can continue. And I think that's got to be one of the hardest parts of leadership, to build an institution that doesn't need you. And it's very hard for your ego to let go of the need to be needed and to start to build people around you that can survive when you are not there. But that's what this country was built out of. Leaders that built institutions that could last beyond them and last for hundreds of years. How are you building your family, your company, the things that are important in your life so that when you are no longer there, it continues to have the impact that it's having today? And a thought for you is, how are you planting the seeds for how your team will continue on beyond you? The people around you will continue on when you are not there. The institution will continue to have an impact when you are no longer part of it. Because I guess as a leader, when it's about your ego, you want you to be successful. When it starts to be less about your ego, it becomes when the mission and the vision and the values are more important than whether the success is put at your door. So I'm reflecting very much on, am I building my leadership around my ego, or am I trying to build things that will last beyond me, that the mission and the vision becomes more important than my pride and my ego, my own personal success. And I don't know if that's always been the case so far. Have a great one here in Washington. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribes. Keep the questions coming. Have a good one. Used to the selfie mode, but okay. It's Conor here in Washington Monument. Great week here with Entrepreneurs Organization. Have a great week. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares. Keep subscribing. Hit that little bell below. Have a great week.